Tell me, have you ever seen a rose with black petals? There's something so alluring, something so inviting, something almost kind of awe-inspiring, something about the absence of color its petals possess, like how the vibrant color is filled with a subtle kind of emptiness. How can something be so beautiful yet almost devoid of it? I guess this all falls to how we see the color black, and the fact that black is not the absence of color, but the combination of all colors taking one single form. See, it takes everything for black to be born. So why are we taught to hate something so complex? So as a black rose grows and having the privilege to live with it, yet none of the perks nor any of the benefits. See, the gist of this is the quote-unquote privilege to be born black in America. Having people love your culture, but not you. Having people love the aesthetics of the color black on everything but people. Perhaps it does have its pros, like always being chose first for sports of all sorts that I've never played, nor have I ever been good at, but the fact that I'm black tends to override that, or always being looked at as a beacon and a gatekeeper of rap, as if my music taste doesn't expand into bands, or maybe the fact that some of the music that I love lacks the color black, yet its roots are darker than me. I mean, it's an objective truth, really. Having my culture behind the bus, pushing it forward while others ride for free. Having the privilege to be born in an era with short-term memory, taught that 400 years is not long enough to hold on to pain. The privilege to create styles that I'll never have the money to afford, making brands famous that are faceless as tiny splashes of color hit a runway. These hood murals defamed. These things making me a refugee in my own community because my culture doesn't fit with the aesthetic of your gourmet mayonnaise shop. I mean, yogurt shop. The privilege of being the strongest supporters of a figure that doesn't look like them. The privilege to create history with every clip, with every dance move, with every song, but to have it erased and put in place a more pleasing face for the masses to digest. The privilege to be strong enough to carry a nation on our shoulders for more than 400 years. The privilege of never having been burned by the sun, only kissed this gift. I've never quite understood it until I started to see it on others' bodies and hear AAVE on their tongues when I was taught the code switch and taught the privilege of having to learn a second language because my native tongue doesn't fit with those who only know the king's English.
Wow. Wow.
All roses of all shades matter, but tell me, why does mine matter least? Question. Have you ever seen a rose with black petals? Would it still smell the same? Would you still seek it as a token of love in favor of else? So tell me, when I see the beauty of black roses, should I see the beauty of self? Or just the privilege that it provides the garden? Thank you.